No recap in this episode because YouTube Analytics says that in the recap is when people click off of the video. So we would just be starting where I left off on episode 9. I ran around for a good 10 minutes while my PT was taming, and I made my way back to Enzim's humble abode just to see what he's doing and check up on him. Also, I looked up what Enzim means, and, just to make sure it wasn't like a foreign slur or something, and this is what it showed. So I guess my bud Enzim is a pretty good guy. So I was going to say that Enzim didn't learn anything from a guy in flak running into his base and knocking him out, but I'm now realizing that this isn't Enzim's base and he can't shut the door. So from Enzim's base, I kept just looking around the beaches while my PT tamed and actually came across a very interesting base.
Owner Rock? Yeah, it's definitely them. Wait, their door! I could pickaxe it down. I could. I think I will.
So if you didn't notice, the door had 624 health, and I guess somebody came with grenades, they started raiding it, and they didn't have enough, so they just left, and I guess I'm the lucky guy that gets to come here and pickaxe the rest of the door down and get all the goodies inside. Oh no, my pike broke. Well, good thing I still have my hatchet. Dang it, my hatchet broke too. Well, surely this door will break with my last metal tool, my pickaxe. And if you didn't know, only metal tools can do damage to wooden doors.
No way.
Let's just review this real quickly. So, before me, some guy comes by and is like, oh, I want to raid this. It looks like a good raid. Starts throwing his grenades, gets to the last one. Shoot, this isn't enough grenades. Well, probably wasn't worth it anyway, so he leaves. I come by. Oh, I can pickaxe this door down. So I start it. I break all of my tools, and it is on 30 health, and I have nothing else to break it with. There's only one logical explanation here. There are 3 buttloads of loot in that stone 2x2, and somebody high up doesn't want me to get it, but I want it, so I'm gonna get it. So not before knocking out a nice little level 90 tech raptor, I ran all the way back to my base to craft a hatchet and pickaxe to break down that door and bury myself with the riches I would find inside.
Alright, finally time to raid. Got everything geared up. Literally got everything. Alright, let's head out. Yes, literally at 29. It's just all my tools broke. Alright, here we go. Hope they're not online.
And this is where I'm going to end today's episode. I'm kidding. Time to see what riches this base bestows.
Is there even a smithy? Are you kidding me?
I have nothing to say.
Oh my god.
After getting scammed by that rock hooligan, I ran down the beach a ways
140
and
PT. Oh my god.
bullied and knocked out a 140 PT. Yeah, that's right. A 140 PT on official settings.
I have to get this one. I actually have to. Alright, there we go. I swear if this one gets killed, I might lose it. Come here, Raptor. Alright. Keep watch over this PT.
I assigned my dope-looking raptor the job of looking over my 140 PT that I knocked out.
Alpha Raptor. Right around the corner, wow. Okay. If it gets too close, I'll lead it away, but it's fine right now. Are they online?
I ran down the beach a pinch, and I found another base. I didn't have the means of raiding it on me, but this would be a base to raid for the near future. So I ran back to my PT just to check up on it, but I wanted to go back to that base that I just found.
Guess not.
Just to scatter
Alright.
around it a bit more.
What?
One question, 3 words. Why do people leave their doors open? I had to stay alert though because this guy could come back at any moment and either shut the door or just bully me and knock me out and take all my stuff on me.
I mean, I'll take it.
So we had a couple awkward seconds here. He pooped on the floor, I pulled out Ebola, and it was just kind of silence there for a second. But then once the shock subsided, I kind of pumped his guts full of lead and it went south for him.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay. PT saddle. Oh my god. I have to drop some of this. I wish I could carry the charcoal. Alright, we just gotta go. I'm not gonna risk it. Gotta go, gotta go. Alright, well that was weird. Door left open. Walks up.
How convenient. As I'm taming a PT, I get given a PT saddle by the poop man.
Alright, well we got a PD saddle. And tons of charcoal.
So while I was waiting for the PT to tame, I got a little talking with the larger tribes on the server. So they asked how many people were in my tribe. I said 4. And before you guys start coming at my throats for lying, I said this because if I said, oh, I'm just a solo, then they would not take me seriously. I also got some really good intel on where the alpha tribe on the server, where their base is. This would save me a lot of time in searching for it. From here on out, the busters and the creamsters would be very close allies. Another very important thing that Creamo told me was that Nawaf built pill turret towers in the redwoods, and this would save me a lot of PTs, and it also tells me how much of a loser Nawaf is.
Yes! Because 3 others have died. Nice. Alright.
After taming my PT, I just flew back to base with my raptor trailing behind and depoted the loot from the, I want to call it a raid, but that can't really be called a raid. More of a burglary. I didn't spend too much time at my humble abode, and so I hopped on my PT just to explore my surrounding area a bit more. And I even brought 11 grenades with me in case we come across a good base. One of the guys with the creamsters, I always feel weird saying that name, even though my name is Big Busty, messaged me in global chat and just said Big Busty. You know, I'm wondering, like, why is he text me? Oh, he probably needs help with something. And it turns out he did have a question for me. This is when I knew my relationship with the Creamsters was going to be good, and I could trust them. Now, I said the only answer that I could possibly do. Some more harmless banter was exchanged, and at this point, I knew that these guys are going to be cool. Now the head honcho at Creamsters hits me with an absolute heater and says this. So yeah, you know, he just casually drops. Yeah, I got 22k spare metal that you can have. I probably got max 200 metal to my name at the moment. Now I do say that I don't want it because what am I going to do with 22,000 metal? And also, I can use this later on when I'm at my lowest and they can act as a safety net for me. Right now I'm doing good and I don't really need them at the moment. On my way back from my fly around the block, I stopped at the space that Enzim was at. It actually wasn't his base, and it's just kind of become a ritual to stop here at the end of each day just to check up on him. As long as his door stays open, you know that the earth will continue to spin. After stopping at that little base, I decided to just book it north and just see if we could find any bases to raid.
What? Okay.
Upon further inspection, I came to the conclusion that this is a place for Bobs to hang out, which is actually ironic because it is on the absolute opposite on the map of where Bobs actually spawn. This place was actually pretty dope, but it had its own beer barrel. Other than a few knickknacks here and there, didn't have very much, so I continued on my way looking for bases.
Alright, let's see if this base is still here over here. Where was it? I think it's like over here. Yeah, it was right over here.
Now, if you're confused what I'm talking about, in episode 5, I think it was, I was sending a PT over here, and I came across a stone 2x2 base. And I've come back to see if it is rated or not, and if it's not, then I will rate it myself.
I swear it's like right here. Oh, here it is. Still not rated, wow. Well, what's their name? Ragnar.
Before I start blowing their door down, I go into the back catalogs and use one of the oldest tricks in the book. I type in global chat their tribe name and see if they respond to know if they are online or not.
Alright, here we go.
I got no response, which means they're offline, so bombs away.
Get down. Wait, why am I not throwing them up here? Yeah, there we go. Wait, am I gonna be able to jump up that then? No way. Are you kidding me, bro? I can't jump up and there's like nothing.
Since I broke the ramp into the base to get into it, and I can't jump into the base, I have to use my PT and dismount into the base to get in. It's a lot harder than you think, and it took me a long time to do it.
Yes. Smithy? How do you not have a smithy? Oh, there it is.
Since the video is getting long and this seems like a perfect place to end it, I feel like those old shows right now that are like, come back next week to see what happens to Batman. Anyway, if you want to join my Discord, the link will be in the description.